the one thing I condemn. Thanks a lot, guys, for coming down here. You were practicing earlier tonight, I think, for your big show in Toronto next
yes,
Saturday.
We were.
Oh, yeah, it sounded good.
Yeah?
Yeah, Toronto's going to be amazing.
Right on.
Looking forward to that gig for sure.
Hey, I wanted to ask you guys just played in Winnipeg last weekend.
And it wasn't cold.
Really?
It was nice.
14?
Oh, I think it had like 12 or something. It got cold at night, but it was a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the reports I've heard are great, and there's a couple of clips on YouTube of Reanimation and the song we just heard. And there's a couple more, too, I think, Pyokinesis and...
We did not do that one at the show.
You did not do that one?
But we did a lot of new material at the show. I think we did about 6 new songs, maybe 5 or 6.
6.
Cool. So, I gotta ask, how did this record come to be, and how did you guys end up with a Brazilian record label putting it out? I guess kind of a loaded question, but we might as well start.
Rob?
It's Marquee Records. Armando from the label he approached me a long time ago about doing our reissues, and he had great ideas for the reissues, which at the time a lot of record companies were putting out really bad reissues, just maybe a tiny insert, 2-page insert, nothing remastered or anything, just looked like crap. And as a fan, you get that stuff, and you're like, this sucks. You know, I want more than this. This is just the same crap you put out before. So Armando had really good ideas for the reissues, and yeah, we went with him, and he did a great job for us. Got us back thinking about it, doing a reunion show. So we did that, and after the show, we said, what the hell? Let's try writing some songs and see how it goes. And here we are. 2009 album's finally done 3 years later.
Yeah. Now. The show you did in Toronto, was that something that was thought of sort of after the reissues, or had Inertia Entertainment been talking to you, asking you to do a show previous to that?
I spoke to Noel about it many times, but the fact that we all lived so far from each other made it really, really difficult for us to do it. So he put everything on the table. Like he asked us, what do you guys need in order to make this work? And we said, well, we need this. We need to rehearse. We need... airfare and blah, 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 whatever else. And he accommodated us with everything and made it really easy for us to do the show.
Yeah. So that was the first show, and then you guys got asked to play in Winnipeg, and when was that, 2007 or 2008?
2008. It was just last year.
Yeah.
In March.
And Rob, you had told me off mic that the show this year even surpassed your expectations from the first Winnipeg show last year.
Oh yeah, I mean there's way more people, right?
Yeah.
We got to play with Propaganda too, so
that was awesome.
That made it extra special. Yeah, it was cool.
Very cool.
Do you think did Propaganda bring out punk kids, or was it mostly a metal crowd that was coming out to see you?
I was kind of shocked there wasn't that many punk kids. I mean, Propaganda usually sells out that venue. They could sell out 2 nights in like a day.
Right.
So, I was kind of shocked there wasn't more punk kids there, but there's a lot of metal guys there.
Yeah, a lot of metal guys come see us play that night. It was
cool.
very cool.
And I hope there's going to be a lot of metal guys showing up on Saturday night.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, us too.
Me too.
We hope that too,
So we should mention the show. I believe it's 19 plus, and it's at the Opera House.
Yes.
And the other bands are E-Force, which is Eric Forrest. It was in Voivod for a few albums in the 90s. Maximum R&R and Spugor.
Yes.
Spugor. I'm not familiar with Spugor, but I definitely know the other 2 bands.
Yeah, Kenny. I know Kenny from Spugor.
Yeah, they're from your part of town.
Yeah, they're from Brampton. Those guys. So I know a few of those dudes.
Cool.
So yeah, it's gonna be great.
Gus is sick right now. He sounds like Clint Eastwood from that movie.
My voice every time I play, I always end up sometimes humming a lot of the songs. So
oh yeah.
I'm playing, so I get hoarse after I finish playing.
H1N1.
So we're gonna hear a couple of songs from your first record coming up. Where the hell I put it, I don't know, but it's called Torment and Fire. And the record came out 86.
86?
Yeah, I think it finally came out in 86.
86, yeah. Very cool.
Now, I want to ask, I know, Rob, that you and Joe grew up close to each other.
Yep, just down the street.
So take us back, and how did you guys meet and decide that you were going to put a band together and play in this kind of style that early on?
I think Joe just came up to my door one day and just said, "Hey, we should start a band or something like that." I don't know. But he was way better on guitar than me. Like, I was just learning how to play, and he taught me a lot. So at the time, I guess...
how old were you guys? That was 82, right?
Probably like 14 or something.
Yeah, we
maybe.
were pretty young.
Yeah. And at the time, we were into, like, Scorpions, Priest, Maiden, stuff like that. But we were always looking for the heavier stuff. There's a lot of new wave of British heavy metal out, and we were just starting to learn about a lot of bands. There's a store in Scarborough called Star Records. We used to go down there and to the Peddler, and you'd always find something heavier. And then finally, like, Venom came out, and Anvil from Toronto, and we were just always into the heavier stuff.
And then we also listened to like a lot of the punk from back then, like the local guys, like Direct Action is like a big favorite of ours.
Yeah,
Still is, you know.
Sudden
Fantastic
Impact.
band.
Were you guys into, like, Discharge and stuff like that, too?
Of course.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yep.
Now, you guys are going to hate me for bringing this up, but I know in the Anvil movie, it shows them playing on a cable access show.
Yeah.
And I think that's a Scarborough show, and I think you guys played on that show within the first couple of years of the band.
Nope.
I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if you guys remember a Toronto guy that was in the metal scene named Mark Jarrett. He worked at the record peddler.
We know him very well.
He let me a videotape about 10 years ago.
Those were imposters.
featuring a very, very
It was a Halloween show.
A very young Sacrifice playing a Metallica cover.
That was that Sacrifice from Switzerland, I think.
What song was it? The Four Horsemen?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, we also did Turn in Your Grave, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we did Turn in Your Grave. Yeah.
That
didn't get played on TV.
That was the first song we ever wrote.
Yeah.
So.
Didn't get played on TV. I think only Four Horsemen got played on TV, but we did 2 songs there.
What was the name of that show? Do you guys have any recollection?
Stars of Tomorrow.
That's Tomorrow.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So, what year would that have been? Like 83
wow.
or 84?
83, yeah.
Very early
Yeah,
80s.
very early now. Yeah, 83, I would say.
Now, how did you guys get involved with Diabolic Force and putting records out through them? Was it? I think I read somewhere, and I don't know this for sure, but that you guys used to go to the Peddler, and Brian Taylor recorded your first demo, and to help pay for it, you guys let him sell the cassettes.
Right.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how your relationship with Brian and Diabolic Force started.
It was actually in the building where Much Music is now. There was no Much Music or City or anything in that building yet. Actually, City was down by the Peddler at the time, but
Right, and that's when Peddler was Queen Street East in Toronto,
Yes.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to hang out there all the time, and
You were there every week?
we were there
Weekly.
all the time, bugging Brian. What's new out? Play some Venom or whatever.
Crank up something heavy.
Were you guys big record collectors, big cassette collectors back then?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All the metal back then.
We did a lot.
LPs.
We were all like really into like the underground tape trading.
Yeah.
Oh, were you guys trading stuff overseas?
Oh, yeah.
Then too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how many live like possessed tapes I had.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
just like anything like that. That I could get my hands on.
I actually brought the demo when it came out. We went down to Florida, and I met Chuck from Death for the first time. And I gave him the demo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he loved it at that, because I don't think Death was around yet.
Is that before he moved up to Toronto for a little while?
Oh, yeah, this was
yeah.
like way early. This is when we put out
Well, it
that
was
first
about
demo
maybe a
tape.
couple of years before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when he was living here, we just finished Torment and Fire.
Yep.
Yeah, him and his friends loved that.
And see, that seems to be kind of almost the secret thing outside of Toronto. Not too many people know that Chuck had moved up here to join up with those guys.
Yeah.
And Slav.
Yeah.